get a $500,000 policy from a highly rated insurer for under $19 a month. His secret? SelectQuote. SelectQuote is impartial. They'll comparison shop the pick of insurance companies like these to give you a choice of your best prices. SelectQuote has great savings on term life for women, too. Jim's wife, Deidre, can get a $500,000 policy for under $16 a month. SelectQuote has helped make term life insurance affordable for hundreds of thousands of people since 1985. How about you? Just call this number or go to SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote. We shop. You save.
When news breaks, the Chicago Breaking News Center at CLTV.com.
America loves TV.
That's right.
Antenna TV.
Well, I think I'm going to watch TV.
I got a date with a TV set tonight.
Shows so good, you should watch them again.
Hey, it's time for Dragnet. Anybody got a TV set around here?
We've got classic TV that spans the ages.
Fewer young ones.
Antenna TV.
Well, that's pretty good reception.
TV, how it was meant to be. Now over the air and on cable.
All right, I'm continuing my discussion with Congresswoman Judy Biggert, who's going to represent, running for representing the newly drawn 11th district. By the way, her opponent, Bill Foster, will join me later this week. Congresswoman, a lot of issues have come up that are, we call the social issues, and the primary concern. Let's just, sort of lightning round run through these. When it comes to abortion rights, but that's just an issue that a lot of people getting themselves in trouble with on the Senate races. What is your, I think you are pro-choice in many ways, but to the extent you're not, what are the exceptions you allow?
Well, I am pro-choice, and unfortunately I think that these social issues come up, but I think we really need to focus on the economy and on the job creation. But I am pro-choice, but I am for the ban on partial birth abortion, parental notification, and no taxpayer dollars.
Okay, which is the Hyde Amendment.
Yes.
So, all right. Supporting the Second Amendment, that you do support.
Yes, I do.
What about the assault weapon ban, though?
The ban was done away with several years ago, and I don't think anything's changed. So I don't think
everybody's afraid to touch it.
I don't think we should ban it again. I think that.
Is there an argument that people should be able to have assault weapons? I've never understood that.
Well, there's people that use it for target practice or collections, and I don't deny anyone for the Second Amendment.
Okay. Gay marriage discussion. Bill Foster has said because he was not pro-gay marriage, but now he is. He's evolved. You've gone through some evolving on that issue, but you did get yourself challenged, so I want to ask you about it, where you made a reference to both polygamy and bigamy and gay marriage all sort of in the same concept, so therefore the Foster campaign, I think, is basically saying you're comparing them. So
well, he certainly would like to jump on anything, but what I was talking about was that in the Constitution it doesn't mention marriage or these other issues like polygamy or bigamy, and I think or the age of consent. So I think that this is something that has been in the realm of the state, and I think that's the way that it should be until we really have the court's decision on what's going on.
So if Illinois passed gay marriage, you would accept that, you would support that?
Yes, I would.
Okay. Immigration, the president sort of did some executive orders to get students or young people who are here, their parents brought them here. What's your view on the DREAM Act?
Well, I think I really feel very bad about these young people that have been here illegally, but not by their own choice. And I think that the only way that we're really going to solve that is by a comprehensive immigration law. I've got 2 caseworkers in my office, and that's all they do. Hundreds of people to really get their citizenship or their green card or whatever, and they do a great job. But it sometimes takes 10 years, and I don't think that anyone should come ahead of those people that have been waiting in line for that. So I think that if we can get together, again, these are issues that we all need to really focus on, and I think that a comprehensive plan needs to be.
But you're not about deporting or self-deporting all the illegal immigrants that are here?
No.
Okay. Sometimes yes and no, it works just fine. We move on. Let's talk a little bit about the wars. Mitt Romney had challenged the president, saying that when the president announced we'd be out of Afghanistan in 2014, he was telling the enemy our plan, and that was terrible. Then Mitt Romney, during the foreign policy debate, reiterated that exact plan, that we will be out in 2014. So what is your feeling about announcing the deadline, and if so, is it the right deadline?
Well, I was always concerned about saying a direct date so that that our enemies would know. Well, we can just wait until they're gone and then take back what we were keeping going as far as the country. I've been over there, and it's a problem, and I think that it is time for us. We don't want to go. I don't think that we want to have our troops there any longer than is necessary.
You set the 2014 date then?
Well, I think yes. Yes.
Okay. There's another yes.
Yeah.
Israel. If Israel did attack Iran on its own, should the United States get involved and stand behind them?
Yes. Yes, I think, you know.
You have a lot of information
I know.
now.
They are really, Israel is our closest ally, and we need to help them.
All right. Education and the loans and the bill that came up recently that basically would have raised, loans of students, but Congress stepped in. What's your feeling about that?
Well, that was my bill. And so that passed for the Stanford loans to cut back on that. I think that one of the biggest mistakes was that, and did not like the fact that loans were turned over to the federal government. And I think that the banks and the private sector did a lot better in really helping young people to be ready for the interest rates that they're going to have to pay.
Okay. Just a quick comment on the ads. You know, in fairness, your campaign is running an ad that I've seen you approve that says, that Bill Foster sent jobs to China and he fired people before Christmas. And his response was, look, that was right after September 11th, and the jobs were kept here in the Midwest. I know the whole ad thing makes you sick, but is it just fire with fire? I mean, you sort of have no choice?
Well, this is an ad. Well, I guess you could say that. This is an ad that has been fact-checked. You can go on my website, www.biggert.com, and we have all the citations in that. So, we think it's the truth, and unfortunately, he doesn't like that.
Okay. Finally, less than a minute, so very briefly, jobs in the economy. Very briefly, what's the number one thing to create jobs in the economy when you have a Congress that's dysfunctional?
Well, actually, to get together and work on removing the barriers that we have put into action.
Is there room for a moderate voice?
Well, yes, and I think that I've been able to do that. And sometimes things come up that, it's not only passing legislation, which I have done, but also working with our leadership to make sure that they don't, fall over the cliff and do something that I think will hurt that. But jobs and the economy, we've got to stop the spending, and we've got to have a budget so that we have a blueprint for where we're going.
All right, Congresswoman Judy Biggert, thank you. Thanks for responding to the challenges. Bill Foster will be here to respond to things you've said. That's what it's all about. I'm Paul Lisnick. Thanks for joining us here. We'll see you tomorrow night on Politics Tonight. Good night.
Meet Mary. She loves to shop online with her debit card. And so does Bill, an identity thief who stole Mary's identity, took over her bank accounts, and stole her hard-earned money. Now meet Jack. After 40 years, he finally saved enough to enjoy retirement. Angie, the waitress at Jack's favorite diner, is also enjoying his retirement. With just a little information, she's opened up a credit line, draining the equity in Jack's home. Unfortunately, millions of Americans just like you learn all it may take is a little misplaced information to wreak havoc on your life. This is identity theft, and no one helps stop it better than LifeLock. See, ordinary credit monitoring services tell you after your identity has been stolen. They may take 30 days to alert you. Too late for Jack. LifeLock has the most comprehensive identity theft protection available. If Mary had LifeLock's bank account alerts, she may have been notified in time to help stop it. If Jack had LifeLock's 24/7 proactive protection, he could have been alerted by phone or email as soon as they noticed an attack in their network, before it was too late. LifeLock has the most comprehensive identity theft protection available, guarding your social security number, your money, your credit, even the equity in your home. While identity theft can't be completely stopped, no one works harder to protect you than LifeLock. You even get a $1 million service guarantee. That's security no one can beat. You have so much to protect and nothing to lose when you call LifeLock right now and get 60 days of identity theft protection risk-free. That's right, 60 days risk-free. Use promo code NOTME. Order now and get this document shredder to keep sensitive documents out of the wrong hands. A $29 value, free. Don't wait until you become the next victim. Call 1-800-792-0665 for 60 days of LifeLock identity theft protection and get a document shredder free. Use promo code NOTME. Call 1-800-792-0665 now.